Hello and welcome, Adam Thomas from Balancing Touch Reflexology. So good to see you and thanks for joining me today. Well, I've had a couple questions now asking what kind of exercises do you do for your hands to warm up before a client, so that way you keep your hands working, our great tools here, working for as long as and as comfortable as possible. So today I want to share with you 10 little exercises that I use to keep my hands in tip-top condition. So the first one that I like to do is focusing on spreading my fingers apart, okay? So I'll just call this one the spread. And what I do is I just try and spread my fingers as far apart as possible, and I hold that for about 10 seconds. Right? And then just relax. And then I do it again. And relax. So good 10 seconds. And so I do all my exercises too, as I just did now, a set of 3, right? So I held that for 10 seconds, that would be 1, 2, 3, right, and so on. So that's the first one, is just spreading as far as you can. And you know, if it gets a little bit tense and stuff, you can kind of just anytime shake out your hands like this, right? Next one is tiger claw, okay? So let's see here, something like that. So what I do is just bend the knuckles like this, and again, hold for 10 seconds. I'm not going to do the full 10, but there you go, right? And release. Move it around, and then again. So you want to see here, you want to bend each knuckle, right? Just really like pretending like you're a cat or something, like a tiger, right? Where you're clawing, you would be able to pull something towards you. That's what you want to do. And then relax, okay? And pull. And there you go. So you can do a set of 3 there too, so that's 2. Number 3 is clinch like this. Interlock your fingers, and you're going to go in a clockwise position. Doesn't matter which way you're going to go, but you know, rotate it about 10 times one way, and then I've been going this way, so now I'm going to go the opposite way, right? One way is going to be easier than the other. That's the same way I was doing it. Okay, there we go. Sometimes. So this is also good for your brain too. Right. Okay, so you go one way and then you go the other way, right? And you do that 10 times. And then if you want to do this set of 3, you would obviously do it another. So you'd end up doing it 30 times, right? I did a longer video on this, but I'll show you them right now. But what you want to do is get your arms straight as possible here. See if I can get in the frame here. And what you want to do is push your hands away, and what you're really doing is pulling your hands back this way, but pretend like you're pushing, you know, 2 imaginary walls apart, right? So you want to do that, and you should feel the stretch along the forearms here, okay? When I'm pushing this way, I'm really feeling it under here, okay? But really get your arms out as straight as possible, and yeah, really push against and pull your fingertips back towards, you know, your head or your ears kind of area, right? So you're pulling them back that way. Good. And then just relax. And then, you know, the set of 3 again. So again, holding for 10 seconds is good. And then letting go again, okay? And you'll find that already you can feel your hands are getting a good workout here. Next one is kind of the same thing, except now you're kind of doing like a little bit of a crane, right? Crane wings or something. It's the same idea. You can kind of move them around like this as well. But now, when you're, you know, this might be a little bit too awkward, so I like to keep them sort of forward here. And make sure with this one that your tips, fingertips and thumb come together. And, you know, so I sort of go like that and then I pull them out this way. Okay, so you can move them around like this, but really straight ahead, if you can call that straight ahead, works the best, okay? And now you're going to find that it's stretching this part, okay, of your arm. You'll really feel it, okay? And then you pull the fingertips towards your chest again, right? So you have this, and then you have this, right? And again, 10 seconds each, holding, and a set of 3. This one's really nice. Okay, so back to the hand. And what you're going to do here is you're going to circle around each knuckle. Okay, this can also be done with a little bit of oil as well. So this, maybe after a day you've been working your hands, this feels really great. But it's also a nice warm up too. You don't need oil, but you can use oil. So you circle around the knuckle, and then you move to the next knuckle there, and you move to the next knuckle. Okay, and then you can go to the next. And you just proceed all the way down, knuckle, 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 knuckle. Don't forget your big thumb. And then you switch hands. So you come over here, circle around that way. It doesn't matter which way, clockwise, counterclockwise, doesn't matter. Okay, so here on the thumb you have 2 big joints, and the rest of the fingers you have 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, and you just continue all the way down. Once you've done that, you can also do a pull-off, okay? So gently here, let's see if you can see my finger here. So if we come right up to my finger here, so this is what it looks like to circle, right? So you do that knuckle, that knuckle. Then you want to give a slight little pull. So can you see how my finger is kind of pulling out there? So you don't want to like obviously hurt yourself, but just give a nice firm pressure to pull it out. Right, and then you can also pull this way as well. So going around the knuckle and the pull thing, it is 2 separate movements, but I put them in one. So you go down, knuckle, 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 and then go down and pull it out. And pull it out this way. Okay? And then you proceed to the next one. This is also a really great exercise or little warm-up thing to do on your clients as well. So this is a really great one. You can do it on the feet as well. Right, it just feels really nice. Okay, and so you proceed that and you do all this as well. With this one you don't need to do the set of 3 because you are working it really, really well. But go ahead and do that. This is one of my favorite ones, that it feels so good, right? To just do this. Then we want to just loosen up our shoulders a little bit. So we're going to start with a bit of a shrug. Okay, so bring your shoulders up to your ears. Okay, and you try and do it in a somewhat of a relaxed manner, but yeah, you really want to pull it up, and you hold it here for about 10 seconds, and then you just take a deep breath in and then drop. Okay, and just try and let your arms fall naturally. So I like to visualize like I'm holding some weights almost, right? You can kind of see that posture there, right? So I'm lifting, 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 lifting for about 10 seconds. And then just let it drop. Okay, so try not to force it down too much, but just let it naturally drop. So when pretending that you have weights in your hands will just help you naturally drop your arms down. Right, and you can just do that for, again, set of 10 seconds for a set of 3, right? Side neck, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my arm behind over here, okay? So you can see it kind of in behind over here, okay? And then I'm going to, so this is my left arm, putting my left arm behind, and I'm holding it with my right over here. And then all I'm going to do is bring my right ear down to my right shoulder, okay? And really try and relax your right shoulder. But what this is doing is my left arm is creating a bit more of a stretch, right? You can just do this, that's fine. But by putting this one in a little bit, you can get a little bit deeper. And then you can slightly put your head back and you can bring it a little bit forward too, okay? And you'll find that, but do this very slowly, okay? You don't want to hurt yourself. And then you can come to the other side too. So I'm switching hands. Okay, so now my right hand is dangling behind, and I'm going to just hold on to my wrist there and just lean my head over to one side. Okay, and I can point my chin towards the ceiling or chin towards the ground a bit more, just to give that and work it out a little bit more. but just coming to the side is enough, okay? And even just doing this is fine as well, okay? Another one that I really like to do, this I find helps with my posture, okay? Is I grab my arms like this on the side, okay? And I'm going to be moving up like this, but I'll just show you what it looks like. So all I'm doing is twisting from side to side. And as I do that, I'm raising my arms up a little bit as I go. And I can bring them up like this. And I'll just bring them back down again. And what I find this one does is it really allows my posture, because I have a tendency for my shoulders to kind of lean forward, and I sort of like protect my stomach like this when I'm working, right? Yeah, by the end of the day, you're all hunched over like this. But what this little exercise does is, I don't know what it does actually, but it makes me sit up better. So play with this one. I think it's a great one. So there you go. That's about 10. And another one is just whenever you're feeling tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your hands, it's just really good to just shake it out, right? Shake your arms out, right? Shake your shoulders out, right? You can kind of just flop yourself around like this, right? Move your head around. But just shaking and just kind of letting go of stuff tends to be a really good way to give yourself like maintenance as you're going along doing reflexology, right? Because some people, when I'm working on the reflexes, some areas might feel really heavy and my thumbs feel like they're going through really thick mud. And so I'll just kind of, you know, as I'm working, kind of just flick it off, right? And some people actually absorb a lot of energy from clients as well. So you can just kind of visualize, you can feel it coming up or whatever. You can just kind of go, okay, we'll just put a little block there. And then once it comes up to there, we'll just flick it off and let it go down. And so that way it doesn't actually go into any bit of your body, right? So that's another little tip that I've noticed as well working with clients. When you feel some of the reflex areas tend to be pretty heavy, or, you know, like the only way I can explain is like walking through trying to run in sand, right? Where it's like really quite an effort to work our thumbs and our fingers. That's a good chance to just flick it off and keep going. So that's a good one that I like to do. So anyway, there is a quick little warm-up that I can do while I'm, you know, waiting for a client to get there. I can also, what I do is I warm up my hands as well. So I can do a bit of this with actual water on, especially around the knuckles and things like that. I can really work my fingers, and sometimes you'll get little pops and cracks. So like I said, this is probably my favorite one that I do. But the other ones are also really good for strength and mobility, and also just relaxation, right? When you tense something and let it go, you get a good workout that way. And you'll maintain your hands and your posture throughout your day doing reflexology. So yeah, hopefully that helps. Let me know if you have any that you really like doing, that have been, you know, a great benefit to your practice. You can put it in the comments below so other reflexologists can find your wisdom. That'd be great. So anyway, there you go. 10 quick little, plus the shaky, exercises that will hopefully help you if you don't have an exercise routine already. So there you go. Until next time, Adam Thomas from Balancing Touch Reflexology. Remember to keep those feet happy. See you next time. Bye-bye. Let me know what you thought of this video by leaving a comment below. Any type of feedback can be useful. If you like this video, you can give it a thumbs up. And if you found it useful, feel free to share it with anybody who might be interested. Make sure that you have subscribed to this channel if you haven't already. And make sure that you hit, or better yet, step on that bell icon so you know when the next video is coming out. And if you have some more time, why don't you check out some other videos? Till next time, this is Adam Thomas from balancingtouch.ca.